Hi everyone, welcome back to 10th standard maths class. Here we are dealing with the problems from the section sums and terms. Let's move on to the next question. That is question number 5. Here is your question. Question number 5. Write the first three terms of each of the arithmetic sequences described below. 4 sub-questions are there. In each 4 sub-question, first term is given and a particular sum also given. You have to write the first 3 terms of each of these arithmetic sequences. Let's start with the first sub-question. In the first sub-question, first term is given as 30 and sum of 3 terms. S3 means the sum of first 3 terms equal to 300. These two are the conditions given. We have to write the first 3 terms of this particular sequence. But here common difference is not given. Only first term we have and first 3 terms sum also given. So S3 means first term, second term, third term. These 3 terms sum is 300 and out of these 3 terms first term is 30. Now here 3 terms means it is odd number, isn't it? Odd numbers. Here first term plus second term plus third term sum is 300. So in order to get the middle number means one here, middle number means it is the second number. Out of 3 number, middle is second number. So to get the middle number, that is second number, only thing you have to do, that is total is 300, that is sum is 300. That divided by how many terms here? 1, 2, 3. So 300 divided by 3 will be the second term, that is 100. Okay, 100 will be the second term. Second term will be 100. This is a rule. Okay, if odd numbers are there, to get the middlemost number, just sum divided by what number of terms. If it is 5 number also odd number. If it is a sum of 5 numbers, what will be the middle number? 3 will be the middle number. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, middle number is, third number is the middle number. Okay, so to get the third number, sum of these 5 numbers divided by 5. That will be the middle number. So here we got as 100. Okay, so second number we got 100. Now it is easy to find the common difference. First term we have, second term we have. So D equal to what? 100 minus 30. That is equal to 70 is the common difference. Then what will be the third number? 30 plus 70, 100. So 100 plus 70, 170 will be the third number. So these three are the first 3 terms of this particular sequence. Okay, because of odd numbers sum we have. That's why we apply the average equation. Okay, sum by total number. In the second sub question, first term is given as 30 and sum of first 4 term is 300. Sum of 4 term is 300. Here 4 is not odd number, it is even number. That means the average equation we can't apply here. Okay, so in order to find the common difference, let's take the terms as 4 terms here. No, so first term f. Now second term will be f plus d. Then third term f plus 2d, then fourth term f plus 3d. These are the 4 terms. Okay, now sum of these 4 terms equal to 300. Here first term is 30 given, so we can apply 30 here. Okay, so 30 sum is 300. So just add all these. So 30 plus f plus d, that is 30 plus d plus f plus 2d, that is 30 plus 2 times common difference. We don't know anything about the common difference, so we have to write 2d as 2d itself, plus f plus 3d, that is 30 plus 3d. Sum equal to what? 300 is the answer given in the question. Now add all these. 30 plus 30, 60. 60 plus 30, 90, 90 plus 30, 120. So 120 plus how many d's here total? 1 d here. D plus 2d, 3d, 3d plus 3d total 6d. Answer equal to 300. Then 6d equal to 300 minus 120. Okay, 120 here positive, so to come to this side it will be minus 120. Now 6d equal to 300 minus 120, that is 180. Okay, now d equal to 180 into 6 here, so here it will be divided by 6. Now 180 by 6, answer will be 30. Why? 6 in 6 one time, in 18, 6 3s are 18, now 1 0, so 30. So common difference is 30, and we know first term is 30 also. Common difference as 30. We have to write first 3 terms of this particular sequence. Already first term is given, that is 30. So first term 30. Second term will be what? 30 plus 30, that is 60. Now next number. What is the next number will be? Next number will be 60 plus 30, that is 90. These are the first 3 terms. Okay, first 3 terms will be 90. When we write the next term, fourth term will be 120. Now sum of these 4 terms will be 300. Only 3 number is enough. Okay. Now third sub question. In third sub question also first term is 30 and sum of first 5 terms is here. 5 terms, that means it is odd number. So we can apply the average rule. First 5 terms 300 means the middle number will be 300 divided by 5. So middle number will be what? Middle number is 3 is the middle number. 1, 2, then 4, 5 to the right and to the left. So 3 is the middle number. So x3 will be equal to sum, that is 300 divided by 5. 300 by 5 will be the third term. So in 5 only 1 5. In 30 how many 5s? 6 5s are 30. So 60 is the third term. 60 is the third term. First term equal to 30 and third term equal to 60. We need common difference. Then only we can find the second number. First 3 terms we have to find here. So how we will find the common difference? What is the equation? Equation d equal to xm minus xn by m minus n. This is the equation. So here m, xm is highest term in the highest position, that is 60 minus 30 divided by m minus n, that is 3 minus 1. So 3 minus 1. So 60 minus 30, answer is 30 divided by 2. Common difference is 15. So 15 is the common difference. Then what will be the term? First term is 30. Second term will be 30 plus 15. That is 45 will be the second term. Third term we already got. 45 plus 15, answer is 60. So these 3 are the first 3 term of this particular sequence. Okay. As because of this is odd number, we apply the average rule. Okay. After that we found the common difference. Then using common difference we found the second term and third term. Okay. Next question. Question number 6. The sum of the first 5 terms of an arithmetic sequence is 150 and the sum of the first 10 terms is 550. 3 sub questions are there. First one, what is the third term of the sequence? Second sub question, what is the 8th term? Third sub question, what are the first 3 terms of the sequence? So clues are first 5 terms 150, then first term to 10th term. First 10 terms is 550. From that clue you have to find all these 3 sub questions answer. Here we can write question number 6 like this. First 5 terms sum, that is S5 equal to 150. Then sum of first 10 terms, that is 550. First sub question is what is the third term? Okay, third term we have to find. Now here for that first clue is sum of 5 terms is 150. We know from that we can find the third term because 5 is the odd number. So x3 will be what? Answer first sum is given as 150. So first sub question's answer x3 will be equal to sum divided by what? First 5 terms sum. That means 150 by 5 will be the middle number, that is x3. x3, third term is the middle number. So 150 by 5, that is 30 is the third term. Okay, 30 is the third term by average rule. Same like the previous question. Okay, now next is, what is the 8th term? x8 we need to find here. x8 we need to find here means, here first 5 terms here, then first 10 term also here. If we are using first 10 terms, we can't apply the average rule here because 10 is even number. Okay, so average rule, that means middle number, we can't identify which one will be the middle number. So for that, x8 is the middle number of 6th term to 10th term. Okay, if we have 6th term to 10th terms sum, that sequence middle number will be what? 8th term. 8th term will be the middle number. From 6 to 10, middle number is 8. That is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which is the middle number? 8th position number will be the middle number. But we need to find from 6 to 10 sum we need. Okay, but here starting onward sum is 150. From 1 to 10 terms sum is 550 given. Here from 1 to 5 terms sum is given as 150. So for that, let's subtract this 150 from 550. Okay, I will show you. Listen, here these are the first 10 positions. I am not writing the numbers here, only positions. First, second, third up to 10 positions. Now here from 1 to 5 positions sum is 150. Okay, from first term to 5th terms sum is 150. Now sum of 10 means from first term to 10 term sum is 550. We need only this much. Okay, then only we can find this 8th term. Okay, so for that we need this sum. So to get this sum, what we need to do? This 550 minus 150, we will get answer of this portion. Okay, so S10 minus S5. We will get the sum of next 5 terms. That means from 6th term to 10th term sum we will get. So here 550 minus 150. Answer will be what? 400 is the answer. So 400 is the sum of 6th term to 10th term. Now to get the 8th term, what we need to do? This sum divided by how many numbers here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers here. So 400 divided by 5 is enough. So 8th term will be equal to x8 equal to sum by total number. So 6th term to 10th term sum is 400 divided by number of terms. How many numbers here? Total 5 numbers. So 400 divided by 5, that is 80. Okay, answer is 80. So 8th term is 80. So second sub question answer is 80. Next, we have to find the first 3 terms. Third sub question is write the first 3 terms of this particular sequence. So for that we got third term x3 equal to 30 and 8th term x8 equal to, we got as 80. Okay, 8th term as 80. Now we need common difference, then only we can write the first 3 terms. So common difference d equal to xm minus xn by m minus n. Okay, that is equal to highest position 8, so term is 80. 80 minus 30 divided by position difference, that is 8 minus 3. So answer is 50 by 5. 8 minus 3, 5. 80 minus 30, 50. So answer is 10. So 10 is the common difference. 10 is the common difference. Then how we will find the terms? First 3 terms. Third term we have 30. So from 30 backwards we can do. Okay, so second term will be minus common difference, 30 minus 10. So next second term will be 20. Now first term will be 20 minus 10. So 10. So 10, 20, 30. These are the first three terms of this particular sequence. Okay. Next question is question number 7. The angles of a pentagon are in arithmetic sequence. Prove that its smallest angle is greater than 36 degree. In question number 7, it is about pentagon. Okay. How many angles for a pentagon? There will be 5 angles for a pentagon. In the question it is given that all these 5 angles are in arithmetic sequence. That is already given. These 5 angles are in arithmetic sequence. Okay. Now we have to prove that the smallest angle will be greater than 36 degree. Okay. Arithmetic sequence means least number will be there, then using a common difference it will add. Okay. That is the arithmetic sequence. So out of these 5 angles, the smallest angle will be greater than 36 degree. Greater than 36 degree. That is we need to prove here. So first of all we have to consider the angles. We don't know about the smallest angle. Okay. So let's consider the smallest angle as x. X is the smallest angle. Then what will be the second angle? Total 5 angle we need here. First angle we took as x. Then second angle will be, as it is in arithmetic sequence, the second angle we can consider as x plus d. Second term like that. Second angle will be x plus d. Then third angle will be x plus 2d. Then next will be x plus 3d. Then next is x plus 4d. So these are the first 5 angles of a pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 angles. Now what we know about the angles of a pentagon? In 8th standard you have learned this. Sum of angles of a pentagon is 540 degree. Okay. 540 degree is the sum of angles of a pentagon. That means when we add all these angles we will get the answer as 540 degree. So that we can apply here. That is x plus. So here we can add all these angles like this. Okay. Now how many x here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5x here. So 5x plus how many d's here? Total 10 d's here. So 10 d equal to 540 is the answer. Now let's simplify this equation. Here all are multiples of 5. Let's throughout divided by 5. Okay. Just to make the equation easy. So here 5x by 5, x is the answer. Plus 10d. So 5x by 5, x plus 10d by 5, that is 2d. Here 540 by 5. Here in 5 only 1 5, in 4 no 5. So 0, in 40 8 5s. So 108, 108. So equation answer becomes x plus 2d equal to 108. Now here the smallest angle we don't know and common difference also we don't know. Here we need to prove the smallest angle is greater than 36 degree. Okay. So let's start with exact 36 degree. We don't know the exact value. Anyway, we need to prove the smallest angle will be greater than 36 degree. Okay, so greater than 36 degree means let's start with 36 degree. Okay, let's check what will happen if we took the smallest angle as 36 degree. So if x is 36 degree, if x equal to 36, equation becomes 36 plus 2d equal to 108. Now this 2d equal to 108 minus 36, that is equal to 72. So 72 is the answer. 2d equal to 72. So d will be equal to what? 72 divided by 2. 72 by 2, answer is 36. So when we took the smallest angle as 36 degree, we got the common difference also 36. Now let's write the angles. Okay, we took first angle as 36 and we got common difference as 36. Let's write the angles now. So the first angle will be 36, smallest angle. Now common difference also 36. So 36 plus 36, answer will be 72. Now next angle, that is 72 plus 36. 36 is the common difference. So angle will be 108. Now next angle, that is 108 plus 36. 108 plus 36, answer will be 144. Okay, next 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 angles we have. We need one more angle, that is 144 plus 36. So answer will be 180. Okay, 180 is the answer. So these are the 5 angles of the pentagon when we took the smallest angle as 36 degree. Now check highest angle. If smallest angle is 36 degree, we got highest angle as 180 degree. Is it possible? 180 degree. 180 degree means it will be just a straight line. Okay, 180 degree means just a straight line. So it is not possible. Okay, 180 degree is not possible in a pentagon. That means the 36 degree is not a smallest angle of a pentagon. Now, if greater than 90 degree means what will happen? Greater than 90 degree. If it is greater than 90 degree, here it will be less. Okay. Here more means here it will be less. That means the smallest angle will be greater than 36 degree. Okay.